All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's market colors session. Let me know if you can hear me, please, by leaving an emoji in the chat box or just a thumbs up so we can proceed. Can we hear me? Can we see me? And can we see my chat? All right, good morning, Mr. Moyo. Good to have you here, sir. Good morning, everyone else. I see Mr. Chris, Idisire, Oluwaseyi, Ovax, Spotters FX. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Okay, so let us see. Especially this emoji here. Okay, let's see what the market is doing this morning. Let us see what we have here. So starting off from NZD-USD, I'm going to be looking at commodity currency pairs. So today's analysis is going to be focused on NZD-USD, AUD-USD, and USD CAD, and we're going to call it a wrap. All right. Okay, so what do we see on this particular time frame? I'm just going to go ahead and delete all of last week's horizontal lines that we had marked out, just so we have a new picture of what the market is doing this morning. So structure to the downside, indicators to the downside, everything is pointing downward clearly, right? And price has been able to break below this low that has been there for a very long time. We had a very strong demand zone around here, and price has broken below it, right? So where is the next possible level that NZD-USD is going to trade into? It's still here though. It's currently at a daily time frame level where this zone might act as a support level that will push price back up. So we're going to see something like this, a reversal, and then a final lap that most likely will come to take out all of the diagonal liquidity we have down here and trade into the next support zone. So on the H1, on the H4 time frame now, sunshine already printed. We already see the reversal happening, right? It's already happening. So we're just going to go ahead to the 1 hour time frame and mark out where we expect price to trade back into. And it's this is our first POI and this is our second POI. So if we're waiting for price to reverse into these zones for us to continue selling, then at this point we have no business being in the market following the H1 time frame. No, we've not gone down to the 5-minute time frame. This is my cap. We've not gone down to the 5-minute time frame to mark out even more specific points of interest for this particular session, right? So, but following this, if we're waiting for price to get back in here, right now we'll just be doing nothing and waiting for price to come into this zone and the next zone before we now continue the H4 structure to the downside, right? So on the M5 time frame, I'm just going to go ahead and mark out even more specific points of interest, even more specific. So this is now yesterday's high. You can see that price already retested our day before yesterday's high and continued retracing to our H1 POI, right? Second one is day before yesterday's low, and then now mark out yesterday's high, which is where price is currently heading to. So we should be seeing some sort of reaction soon. And then the final one, which is now our yesterday's low rather. So we marked out all of these zones and we expect that price, all things being equal, price is going to trade in here, right? So what are we now waiting for on the M5 time frame? We'll be watching to see if price takes out the zone, because this is now the only resistance level that's currently holding NZD-USD. So if price takes out this zone, we might be seeing a reversal all the way back into 0.59413 and gets here and is able to break above the zone. We know where next is coming to, right? So it is now dependent on you if you want to look for reversal opportunities to take. However, we always recommend that you trade along with the trend, especially if you've not been taking reversal trades before, so you don't burn your accounts in the process of trying to take reversal trades. However, for those who have been doing reversal trades, you could see entries to take from here to here, catch this reversal move back here and continue downward. All right. Okay, so this is what we're looking at on NZD-USD. Right now, we're just playing the waiting game, waiting for price to break above. We'll watch to see if price is able to break above. If it breaks above here, we know where it is going to. The H1 POI is on the upside. However, if it is unable to break above this zone and it comes to break down here, we just might be seeing the continuation of NZD-USD sell-off from where price currently is. So we're watching. So you can take note of this price point on your chart and incorporate that into your own strategy, depending on how you trade. I think most of us here are already traders. If there are newbie traders here that are looking to start, you can send us a DM and we'll teach you. Okay? All right, so that's pretty much it for NZD-USD. Next up is USD CAD. So my guy is just flying up. Sunshine printed, signifying profit taking. Reversal has already occurred. So go ahead and delete this or just drag it. Okay, no, just delete. So Sunshine has been printed. We're expecting reversals. Reversals into what zone though? Similar to what we did on NZD-USD. Now price already broke through our first POI for the buy to continue. It's currently there. And you can see how it is struggling. Look at all these tiny, tiny candles. So price has been doing a lot of up and down here. The second POI on the H1 is now right inside our momentum. Where is our trend? All the way down here. So these are the different levels that we're watching out for on USD CAD. When price gets to these zones, we're going to see there's a possibility that USD CAD will just continue buying from where it currently is, because it is currently at a supply, at a demand level, a support level is what I mean to say. It is currently here, right? So we just might be seeing USD CAD continue buying from this particular point. Or if it doesn't and it breaks below, which is what we're seeing, it looks like a break and a retest of our momentum, the price will likely sell in here first, struggle, either it finds support or it does not. If you find support here, we continue with the overall structure on the higher time frames. If not, it's coming down here. So we then go over to the M5 time frame. The M5 time frame. Sorry about that. And we're going to repeat what we did on the other asset classes. First, yesterday's high and the before yesterday's high are in confluence with each other today, very close to each other. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave one. And then we have the day before yesterday's low marked out and yesterday's low. Okay, so you see what price is doing. Our pullback is already facing down. Remember, most of us don't know this, but the pullback serves as a magnet that attracts price to itself. So we might be seeing price going back in here, tap into the pullback and either break below these zones, continue selling, or right. So what we do is to react according to what the market is doing. That's our job as traders, to react according to what the market is doing. So this is where price is now. If it comes back in here, I'm sure our M5 pullback is somewhere around this one. So we'll be seeing USD CAD do a reversal in here first, and then a final lap that either trades back down or it breaks above that zone and continues buying to the upside. Very high possibility that it's going to do that. So we're going to be watching and we're going to react according to what we see the market eventually do at these different zones that we are looking out for. All right, so please let me know if this is clear. Just let me know in the chat box if we are together and I'm not just talking to myself. Its story is pretty clear in my head, but I need to be sure that I'm passing the message across well. All right, sir. So on the AUD/USD H4, structure is also clearly to the downside, right? Structure is to the downside, and the next liquidity point that it is going to will most likely be around this zone, right? So there's a bunch of, I'm trying as much as possible not to touch on structure, because what we're doing is we're using indicators, not market structure. So we don't want to be mixing up different strategies, focus on one, right? So following our indicators, price is here. This is what price is really doing. I'm going to say structure again. So this is what we're seeing. Okay, so we've already seen the H4 sunshine printed, and of course the reversal is currently happening. But where is it going to stop at before it continues the overall H4 move? POI1 and POI2. So there it comes here, finds resistance and continues selling, or it trades all the way into the trend and continues selling. We're going to be watching. On the M5 now, on the M5, everything is pointing upward. Our pullback, our trend, and our momentum, they are all to the upside. So what do we think is going to happen here? This is what is happening. So it's obvious why we have that on the M5 time frame. So we're just going to mark out the structure point on M5 now to know where price will find its nearest resistance or its nearest support level. So Control Y to bring out different days. Price already broke above all of our zones, or price has broken above all. So this is what we have. This is what we have. Okay, so price is now breaking above our final resistance points that ought to have pushed it downward. So the possibility of it coming here is higher, and then if it comes here, we're now going to see if it breaks above. So most of us don't have these indicators, that's fine. Just take note of the numbers here and add your own confluence when you're analyzing. The market color is just add an extra oomph to what you already see on the chart and give you that extra bias or whatever decision you choose to make, right? So this is where the next resistance point is. If it comes here, we're going to watch and see if it breaks above. If it breaks above it, then I might just jump in for a quick reversal trade. However, I don't recommend to everyone. But when price gets here, breaks above, and I see entry formed that meets all the criteria, most likely take this from here to here. However, if not, then I'm just going to be waiting. Either price finds resistance and give me an entry to continue the overall sell move of AUD, or it breaks above and I look for an entry to catch a quick reversal on this particular asset class. So these are my biases on NZD, USD CAD, and AUD USD. You could even go further to look at Forex Factory. Do we have any news release coming out today? Let us check and see so that we are very informed. So today's date is the 18th, right? The 19th. Today is the 19th. It is a Tuesday. So today we have CPI coming out on the Canadian dollar, median CPI, trim CPI, all of these will be coming out later on. Do we have anyone on the dollar today? Not really. But these guys on the CAD pair are pretty high impact. So what we're looking for is to see if actually is greater than forecast. If it is greater than the forecasted price, which is 0.3%, then you just may see strength in the Canadian currency itself, which then of course overall impacts the USD card as an asset class. Then tomorrow we have CPI on the pound. Nope. We have another one on the Aussie. RBA Governor Bullock speaks by 9 a.m. So I don't know if it would have come out during our market follow session, but we're going to see what that does. We also have unemployment claims coming out by 2:30 p.m. on the 21st, and all of these other high impact news on currency pairs like the pound and the euro. So for today, the only high impact that we have is on Canadian currency, and it's coming out by 2:30 p.m. So we're going to watch and see what it does by that time, and trade according to what it does. Okay, so that's pretty much it for today's session. Pretty brief, pretty straight to the point. By 2 p.m. we're going to reconvene and do the second half of this session. Also, the FS Bootcamp training is happening in Abuja next week, Wednesday. It is here already. So if you're in Abuja, come for the training. And for those of us who have already taken the training, so this is what we're doing for our FXB students that are coming to Abuja. We are going to be giving them one of our automated trading bots at no extra cost. So once you take that course, the FXB course, you stand the chance to get an automated trading bot at no extra cost to you. That is a big deal. But this is our way of, just trying to help our students earn as they learn. So you're going to be earning from the automated way. You're going to be learning the automated way while you figure out how to trade the market yourself. And if you've already taken the FXB training, it's fine. Just send the DM and we're going to shed more light on how you can also get the automated trading bot for yourself. All right, so thank you so much for joining. Let me know if there are questions. If there aren't, we're pretty much going to call it a day at this point. Hello, Mr. Michael Dumo. Good to have you here, sir. Mr. Solomon, hi, sir. All right, so thank you so much for joining. I believe if there are questions, they would have been asked by now. So I take it that we are all clear on today's analysis since there are no questions. So we're convened by 2 p.m. for the market follow session. Have an amazing day, everyone, and cheers to a profitable day. Thank you so much, Mr. Shea. Thank you all for being here. God bless.